Hello everyone, hope you're all doing great. So I'm Saranya. I have overall 8 years of experience working as a business analyst, and I have 3 years of experience working as a SQL trainer, where I help a lot of people who are like absolute beginners write their first SQL code to see them crack interviews. Okay, so in this particular playlist or the series I started, I wanted to help people understand SQL. So we start from the very basic level, like why we need SQL, what is the use of SQL to writing queries. And also, the way I teach is a little different. Like, it's not that the theory part that I teach, or I show some PPTs and teach you, in that classroom format. No, it's not going to be like that. Please note, it's going to be like on the go learning. Okay, so I will teach a topic and I'll teach you what it does, how it does, what are the interview questions that could be expected out of this topic. So it's going to be like that, not like I show you a PPT, you read, study the PPT, nothing. Okay, so it's going to be like uh, we open MySQL Workbench, we start coding, and we learn it on the go. So that is how it's going to be expected to be. So please do not skip any video and just be consistent. Give some time every day, like at least 30 minutes on your busy days and 20 minutes on your very busy days. Okay, so anything works. Yeah, so as long as you're consistent, so it will work. And I have also learned SQL the hard way, but I do not want people to learn it the hard way anymore. And it's 2026, so yeah. So let me teach you in the best way possible how I have learned and what are the struggles that I faced, what are the mistakes that I made learning SQL. All of that we're going to discuss in this. I'm very excited to be starting the series. Okay, so yep, hope you're all excited to learn with me. Okay, so first we'll start. What is SQL? SQL is basically structured query language, okay, which means you write the code in a structured way. And in SQL, we don't call it code. We write each line of the syntax, whatever you write, we call it as a query. So basically, you're writing the queries in a structured way. That is your SQL. So structured query language, where you write the queries in a structured way. That's it. Okay, nothing big. So why do we use SQL? So I'll give you an example. Okay. So let's say we all know Uber. Okay. So in Uber, every second there might be lot of cabs that are being booked, and lot of people use Uber every second. And imagine all of this data is stored in Excel. Okay, so in Excel, how many rows you have? Around 10 lakh rows per one sheet, right? So in that way, you're storing all the data in different Excels. And Uber operates in more than 20 plus cities. Okay, so each city, every day, every hour, so many records are coming, and you store all of that in Excel or in PPT, Word, however you store it. Now, a manager comes to me and asks, hey, I want to see how many rides are done between 6 to 8 p.m. in Bangalore. So first I have to go to the date, I have to go to the city, I have to go to what hour he is asking, like 6 to 8 p.m. Then I have to check the records, and then I do a count of all the records that are happening between 6 to 8 p.m. and then I give the result. You know how difficult is the process, like opening an Excel with so many rows, it seems take me like 20 to 30 minutes, like, it's very difficult process, right? That is where SQL comes and saves us. Okay, so it's like you have a database, in that you have a table, just write a single line of code and that's it, you get all the outputs, right? So this is where we use SQL. And one question that a lot of people ask me is how many times in a day you use SQL, how often you use SQL. I would say literally from the last 8 years, I have used SQL every single day in my work. And without SQL, my work, it doesn't happen. And if by any chance the SQL server is down, everybody goes to a cafeteria and sit there and spend time, because that is how much we use SQL. If the server is down, then everybody is in cafeteria. So yeah, so that is how frequently we use SQL. Who should learn SQL? That is one question that everybody asks me. If you're a data scientist, data analyst, or a business analyst, data engineer, whoever it is, you see any job description, SQL is something that is mentioned like everywhere. Everywhere you go, you see SQL as a not a preferred skill, mandatory skill. Okay, so on the mandatory skills, you will see SQL. And one more question that I get is. What is Postgres, or what is Oracle, what is MS SQL, what is MySQL? There are different SQLs, right? So what is it? So let's say if you pick the language English, you have US English, UK English, like that, right? So in the same way, companies are different, but the SQL as a core, the logic is the same. Okay, so that is one thing. And yeah, these are the most asked questions for me whenever I start a video. So I thought I'll just make one video and help you all understand these basic things that I get asked a lot, right? So in the next video, I'll be showing how to install MySQL Workbench, and after that, we'll just straight away go start writing queries. And I promise it's going to be very exciting because we're going to take real-time examples. And since I have real-time experience working with SQL, I'll tell you where we use it, how we use it in interview, what kind of question will be asked, which interviews, what questions I faced, what are the difficulties I faced as a beginner learning SQL. All of these things I'm going to be talking in that video, and it's going to be very interesting. And yeah, see you in the next video in the MySQL installation. Thanks for watching. Bye.